This is the one and only T Quest. You are tuned into the T Quest show, relatable, informative, and yet entertaining. I want to say I always appreciate all my listeners. And remember, if you are new to the show, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. Download that T Quest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. Make sure you sign up for my mailing list on my website, gottalovemeworld.com, and go stream my music. I'm super excited today because we have an awesome recording artist on the line, and we're gonna get it started. I've heard so much about her. I've done my research. I've heard her music, and she is definitely a superstar in my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Serena Dina.
Hey y'all.
How are you doing
What's up?
today? How are you doing today?
Where you at? I'm very good. I'm just home. I had a few phone calls earlier on, like business-wise and marketing-wise. And I'm working on my new songs and so many things going on. I think this whole quarantine and COVID-19 just put my stuff in structure. I mean, it's so sad. It's so sad to see the world coming to an end somehow. But I'm sure everything is gonna get better. I mean, which part of the U.S. are you based at right now?
Well, I'm in Indiana, so I'm in the Midwest of the United States.
Okay. So how are things right there?
It's the same as any other place, but I just stay in the house and continue to do social distancing and staying positive through it all,
Oh yeah, and listening to good music.
Absolutely, because it's up to the entertainers to keep the people happy,
Yeah.
It's up to us to continue to bring them that great content, to keep a smile on their face, to keep them in a positive mindset, to keep them dancing. And that's why I'm excited to interview you today because you are so talented.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to hear that from you.
Absolutely. So, for the listeners who may not know who you are, state your name and tell them where you're from.
Okay, so I'm Serena Dina, and I live in London, UK. I'm originally from Cyprus, and that's where I am now for a little while.
Okay.
And I do music, I do fashion, I'm a dancer. Oh, my dog is barking. Can you hear my dog barking?
A little bit, but it's okay. It is quite all right.
Just give me a sec. And yeah, I just released my bundle and 4 bonus tracks. My album is called Sold Out. Like highlight tracks are I Like That, Cali Love, Palm, and a few other songs that are good to hear and share with your friends.
Absolutely.
Maybe not family, but maybe friends, girlfriends, boyfriends.
Absolutely. So, bring me back a little bit. What made you actually get into music?
Well, okay, so I started as a dancer since a very young age, and I started learning the electric guitar when I was in high school. So I got into music. I got into rock music to begin with, and I really enjoyed, singing along with the instrument and stuff like that. But then I had to drop because dance training was so intense, and then I moved to London when I was 18 years old to study dance theater in London Studio Center, and that's when I started singing professionally and doing a little bit more of musical theater and getting into the pop culture and hip hop culture a little bit more. And yeah.
Okay. So you say you used to play the electric guitar. That is super awesome. I think it's cool when you're an artist and you can actually play an instrument too. It brings a special pizzazz when performing on stage. Do you perform with your guitar as well?
No, that was like 15 years ago. I don't even remember how to play the riffs or do anything with that guitar anymore.
Really?
I even sold the guitar. Yeah.
Wow.
I just focus on writing and singing and just collaborating and getting involved in the production process, I guess. And but I would love to go back into it and, start playing again.
Well, I think this would be the perfect time to do it since, some people have a little bit more time in their hand to start picking up new crafts or to pick up something they used to do,
Yeah, I have a beautiful piano at home, a classical piano, and I don't know, I shouldn't be really being lazy. I think I'm being lazy. I'm not even touching it. I should get back and learn some scales on the piano because my brother is a pianist. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I used to play a little piano myself, and I was like, this would be the perfect time to get back into it. But speak to me. Talk to us about you being a dancer and the style of dancing you used to do.
I used to do a lot of Latin dances, like Latino, and I used to do sports Latin and ballet, jazz, hip hop, contemporary, modern dance, and those kind of styles that I use, commercial, and it's very intense to even work as a dancer.
Yeah,
it requires like lots of physical work.
No, yeah, I get it.
I'm still dancing, but I'm more focused on my music.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I used to do hip hop dance and choreograph hip hop dance. And I'm like, it's cool and all, but sometimes it hurts. You see
What's your background?
I'm like as musically or
musically.
I do hip hop music, and I sing from time to time. If I don't have an R&B artist around, if I'm doing a song, I'll definitely sing my own hooks and everything,
Nice. We should get on a feature.
I would definitely love that. And I'm a part of DJ Coalitions, and we actually have our own off-emo radio station.
Okay.
And we'll definitely get your music in rotation on that for sure. And do a write-up. But I know you say you used to play the guitar and you used to dance, and right now it's all about the music. So take me on the musical journey. What are the main topics that you normally would write about when creating?
You mean what concepts I usually go for? Well, basically, I'm a very honest writer, and sometimes my lyrical content can be very provocative. I'm trying to keep it very real. Right or wrong, I always write about personal experiences. Most of the times I'm singing about my personal experiences, and other times I'm singing about Maria, Andrew, Tara, and everyone else. And when I co-write with people, I usually go along with the flow. So it's a kind of question answer with the rapper or the singer involved or the writer involved in the track. So it's mostly like communicating through the lyrics.
Yeah.
And my topics are usually kind of street and, I wouldn't say too much glam, and it's more about love triangles.
Okay.
Cheating, streets, struggle. Yeah.
This is what you write about in your songs?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's how we express ourselves. I totally get it. Now, are these from personal experiences?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. It comes through, like you go through a musical journey, and on this journey you just sit back and you write a few things as notes. I think that's what songs are.
Yeah.
And some of them are more fun than others, I created songs that it was all about fun. We were in the studio and we were just vibing and talking about bullshit, and then you come up with the song.
Yeah.
It depends on the mood, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I tend to write all the time.
Yeah. Music is like therapy. It's like our musical journal. And whatever's on our mind, we just express ourselves. So I definitely get that. So who are some artists that you've worked with in the past that you enjoyed working with?
Artists?
Mm-hmm.
I only worked with a few artists, to be honest with you, and a few rappers that we did some features. They never got published. I think it's interesting. When you say artists, do you mean like artists on the rappers, not the producers?
No, the rappers
behind the scenes makers.
and the singers, yeah.
You see, I don't want to say I haven't worked with as many singers that I wanted to work with,
Mm-hmm.
but I worked with a few rappers, and it was smooth.
Mm-hmm.
We're usually in and out the studio, so it was an interesting, you can't really be on the same frequency with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you make the song happen and you just keep the vibe going outside the studio.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you ever worked with any celebrities?
No.
Okay. So that brings me to my next question.
That was very bold. No, well, not yet.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Not yet.
But I would love that.
That's what I was going to ask you. Who would you love to work with?
I would love to work with everyone. Okay, let's make an exception. I think I would really, really love to work with T.Y. Dolla $ign.
Mm-hmm.
I love to work with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Travis. Young Thug. From the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies. Okay, let's say I don't know. Selena, maybe?
Selena?
She sounds cute.
Who's Selena?
Selena Gomez.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about. Okay, yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
You sounded quite disappointed.
No,
there.
because when you first said Selena, the first person I think of is the Latin singer Selena.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I kind of, to be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Selena because I heard many people talking. Oh, you should be working with even before somebody was just mentioning her name, or what you're gonna do if she's a fan of yours, or what you're gonna do if you get in the studio together and work with her. I say, yeah, but I think I'm more of a chill vibe. I think she's way too pop.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate Erykah Badu. I like alternative kind of vibes.
Yeah.
And just different kind of vibes. It doesn't necessarily mean that they fit with my style.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really appreciate Lady Gaga talking about that. But yeah, there are many artists that I would love to work with. And yeah, I mean, as an artist, you gotta get along with everyone, to be honest, because at some point you're gonna get to work with them or write for them.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any borders or any restrictions, really.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it, because you just never know what type of magic you're gonna create with somebody.
Exactly. And you never know. You might not expect to be working with a person, and the next thing you know, you created this amazing hit. There's so many talented people out there, and the more I get into the music, the more people I discover that they're actually phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting.
Absolutely, because that's one of the reasons how T-Pain got on, and he was just doing so many features. When he first started, he wasn't even charging people for the features. He was doing it for free just to see where they went, even the celebrities. and you can see how his career took off, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you never know with your fan base and then their fan base, you only can grow from there.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
So, as an entertainer, one of my favorite parts is performing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, walk me through some of your experiences with the crowds at your performances.
Oh, it was okay. So I'm gonna talk about my biggest performance,
Okay.
and that was a concert. That was a concert. I was actually a dancer, like one of the main dancers. Like the vibe in a concert is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're on stage, it's almost like, you know, you're flying, or like it's a real rock star moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because the crowd goes crazy as soon as the lights on, and as soon as you enter the stage, the people go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally vibing with you. And so yeah, that was a good one. I had a few good gigs in London. I think I like all sorts of performances. I think stage and concert might be my favorite one, because I did a lot of theater work as well.
Mm-hmm.
But with theater, it's a little bit colder.
Colder?
You know? Like, it's cold, but so, you know, in a concert, people are shouting and people get loud.
Yeah.
But you cannot do that in theater.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's just different vibes. Like,
yeah,
people are so, you're on a spotlight when you're performing in a theater, but it's a little bit more rowdy when you are in a concert.
Absolutely. I think theaters is kind of like lounges, a more intimate vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then versus concerts and showcases where you can really give a even bigger performance and expressing yourself. So
Yeah.
I totally get that. So when you're on stage, is it just you, or do you actually have like dancers and stuff with you?
Up until, yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I have dancers. Sometimes I don't have dancers. When I was doing theater work, no, actually, yeah, there were dancers, but it's mainly by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't reached that stage yet that I'm appearing on stage with like 10 dancers moving along with me, like a Janet Jackson kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't reached that stage yet, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. But do you see yourself doing it like that?
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm all about.
Okay. Okay. 'Cause you know some people they like to just do it by themselves, but I like, as a consumer, if I go to a concert, I want to be entertained, you know.
Yes.
Not just hear you sing and rap. I want to see dance. I want to see lights. I want to see entertainment, because I already know the songs if I'm a fan. I can hear the songs if I'm home. If I'm coming to see you in concert, now I want you to entertain me.
Yeah, you gotta take it to the next level. You gotta take it to the next level when you're on stage.
Absolutely.
You cannot be a basic bitch just singing about all the random songs that you did. No, that's true. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been to a few concerts. I mean, when I was younger as well, to the people. Like, I think Rihanna is very inspiring. Up to the moment that I saw her live, I think she's more of a fashion icon rather than an entertainer. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
Of course, I get it.
I wasn't really entertained. She wasn't dancing or anything, so it was just a mild performance. But I think she's a phenomenal fashion icon. So it depends on what you're selling, actually.
Yeah.
I know some people are great performers, like Beyonce, Lady Gaga. Those are big. Michael Jackson, like, they're big performers. Mm-hmm. So it depends on what lane you are, you know. And if you can do everything, then that's cool, you know.
Absolutely.
Like J-Lo is amazing because she's a dancer herself. Like, yeah.
Absolutely, because even like you say with J-Lo, when she first came out, you know, they knew her as a dancer and then as an actress. But then when she started doing music,
actress,
yeah, her vocal ability at the time wasn't very strong, but she was such an entertainer that it definitely helped out for the total package.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
so that's what it's all about for sure. So, my thing is, as of right now, how long have you been doing music?
So when you mean like in more professional manner?
Yes, professionally.
Professionally, I want to say for the past, let's say as soon as I graduated, and that was 2014. So I'll say for the past 6 years, I'm hustling hard for the past 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. That's where I really started pushing with everything.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I graduated, so that was 6 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. And within those 6 years, how many projects have you actually released?
That's a good question. I released a few. So when I first started, as I said before, I started as a dancer and an actress. So I was doing, well, I had one original song for Peter Pan, the musical, and that was an original ballad in Greek, though.
Wow.
So, and it was out on CDs. It was printed on CDs. The shows were sold out. So I did have a few projects out, but I was working on the perfection of the song. Like, I wouldn't put a song out if it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Because I wrote so many. You know, I started writing whilst I was in college. Mm-hmm. I remember I hooked up with a Jamaican producer, Ray, and I started writing, and we recorded the first song, and it sounded fairly terrible. My vocal performance was alright, but lyrical content, you could tell that, okay, she's just starting out, and it's gonna be good. Yeah. And so I didn't put the songs out, but I was there. I was in the studio. Sometimes I was recording covers, and I was working on my craft while I was working and doing a million other things. So the first collective work that I put is in 2019, really, when I started putting singles out. Mm-hmm. So I started just, releasing singles, and on the 31st of May this year, like a week ago, I released my bundle, and that's just a collective work that I did, 9 songs plus 4 bonus tracks, and now I'm working on my second album. Mm-hmm. So that's where I am.
Okay. So what's the concept behind the project that you're working on now?
The concept is actually very interesting. I'm working with a few writers from the US, and I have 13 songs. 4 or 5 of them are recorded already. Mm-hmm. So some work have been done in London, and now I'm gonna record the rest of them. And what's the concept? The concept is hustle and love.
Yeah. Okay. So about this in love, I need you to dig deep, because now I'm curious.
Okay, so it's amazing when you work with other writers, because you get to see what they see on you. Mm-hmm. So, and it's all hustle. My lyrics is full on, I'm number 1 and you're number 2. You're never gonna reach me, and it's a nightmare, and I'm talking about, nightmare, is it me? Yeah, it's just, I have a few strong songs, and it's all about empowering women, I guess. You know how male-dominated this industry is, and I'm coming out like a very female-dominating man, like somehow.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been hustling, and I'm stronger than ever. And, I have a few love songs, obviously.
Yeah.
I have a collaboration with an Australian DJ. He signed with Sony. And That's a good one. That's more of a world remix. And yeah, I have another cool feature. I think I'm only gonna have one feature on this bundle.
Mm-hmm.
On my previous bundle, I have another feature with Careless the Cabo. He's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been to the States?
Yeah, I've been twice to New York last year.
Okay. I'm from Connecticut, which is the state next door to New York.
Okay, yeah, I've been to Connecticut, you know.
Yeah? Okay. I would ask, do you remember what city, but I don't know. Do you remember or?
I have no idea because I don't know. My friend was driving and I was just there.
Yeah.
I was just there. Company. We're going to Connecticut. Okay, cool. And then after that, I went to the airport and I left. So I didn't really spend time out. We went to like his friend's house or whatever.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Did you get a chance to perform while you were out here?
No, I didn't perform when I was in New York. I was in the studio, writing, and I had a few meetings.
Okay.
So it was mainly meetings and recordings.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to get you back out here to perform when everything opens up fully.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because I would love to see you in action as an entertainer, because I'm already a fan, you know.
Yay.
So
I will invite you in when I get the first club show.
Yes.
You're gonna be on stage with me.
Hey, yes, I love it. No matter where you are, just let me know. I will fly out there. You know, I'll call my travel agent, Whitney Escapes, book me here, because Serena's going to be there and I have to be there.
Yeah, we're going to be drinking. We're going to be,
Absolutely.
We're going to be at the bar. Shots.
Hopping on the bar like Coyote Ugly. Okay, so on this project, right? So you sent me 2 of your singles, Dirty and Palm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about both of those singles and what the songs are about.
Okay, so I co-wrote Dirty and Palm with Yaka Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They're from South London, and they're very interesting writers, actually. Yeah. I would have never expected they would come up with those lyrics, because some of the verse, they just did the verses and I arranged the song and I wrote the hooks and I added another verse and, you know, etc. Mm-hmm. What the songs are about. The song is about exactly what you're hearing. So I don't really have taboos in those 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever you hear, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like if you read that's what it is.
Okay. So which one did you start pushing first?
I started pushing Dirty first, and then just now I'm going to start pushing Palm. I did play it to a few radio stations, like Hustle Live and Freedom K, and it's going to go on rotation in radio stations in the U.S., so hopefully we're going to get some good response.
Okay, so I think right now we should take this time to let the people hear Dirty. Sounds good? All right.
Cool.
Let's let them hear some of this and check out Serena Dina.
Flex, trap money got me flexing, ice dripping on my neck, yes, next turn when I step in, gang busy, I'm that got the gang with me, spray you in the face with the mace, silly bitch, tell me how it tastes, next time stay in your place, pussy hanging let me in like you never should, hey, Tara in his ring, now he sleep good, but I took him out because I knew I could, yeah, get the keys for the Yaka Boys, it's connected to the top, now little boys, but you singing in the flesh, where's all the noise, speak from your chest, where's your fucking voice, I put hours in the trap, so I get it back, get some gunners in my squad, that'll double tap, I came from the bottom, Spicy. Look, 6 fingers hanging on my neck. Spicy, spicy. Too hot, loose screw, disrespect. Flexing, flexing. Big truck, sit back, money to collect. La vida, loca. Pepperoni, rookie, chocolate, mocha. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Spice out on the bitches that I don't like. Snitching in the station, shit I don't like. I can get you out for a nice price. Diamonds on my fingers and it's clear ice. I'm a savage, I do damage. I run in solitaire, I command it. Got that contraband in my Louis baggage. Strong currency, got me living lavish. Boss, of course I get busy in the trap. Boss, double R, pulling back, pocket face for the job. Boss, you want money, I will black. Products never out of stock. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, oh my bad. Bad bitch, I'm not nice. No, this is all the pussy that they saw. Ice cream, see the frost. Rolls Royce, metallic gloss. I do business on a low, make the bag overflow. 60 hours like a peach, thick chain, seeming glow. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in love. Oh my bad, bitches don't fall in love, in
Okay, Serena?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I lost signal.
No, I understand. But that song was dirty.
Did you like it?
I love the song. I love your vibe. Like, it's so different. It's so unique. And like you said, the lyrics speaks for itself.
Thank you.
Okay, like I can really see you up there on like the charts because music is evolving and changing, but I feel like it's evolving and changing in a good way and in a bad way. With your music, you remind me of when artists used to be very unique. You can separate them from the rest, Some nowadays when I hear certain music, I be like, who's this? Who is it? Is it so-and-so or is it so-and-so? Because they sound so much alike. With you have an advantage because your style is so different and it's good.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy to hear that.
I was just thinking about some of my producers to see which one would probably can come up with something creative for you and I can do a track together that we kind of do, Super excited about that. Super excited. So, what was I going to say? I see that, what is next for you? Because I know that you're going to be putting out the project. With everything that's going on, is you and your team thinking about doing a tour or a virtual tour? Like, what's the next step?
It must be a tour. So my next step, I keep creating content. So my plan is to keep creating content and release my next collective work, which is an album, and that's all new songs. And then from there, my merchandise. I'm putting together my merchandise. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go and get the T-shirts and my fashion design. So everything pretty much is coming along. So the next step for me really is to move to the US and start touring.
Really?
And doing live shows. I mean, hopefully, our lives will change after this COVID-19. So hopefully the clubs will still be up and running and packed, because people are a bit scared with all these things that are happening. Like, there's so many things going on. I mean, the music industry keeps moving forward.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the people, right? You want to get the people rave with you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's my next move. US is my next big thing. But that's in my head, like that is in my plan. And I'm just taking day by day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy times right now.
Absolutely.
And I'm just taking day by day. Obviously, there's a plan, and obviously, there's so many discussions and so many marketing plans.
Yeah.
But I'm taking everything easy.
No, trust me, I definitely understand, and I can relate. People are already calling me about gigs because certain things are opening up, and I'm like, no, not right now. It's not safe. I understand it's money involved, but I don't feel comfortable enough doing that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just got to be very careful and be very mindful, because yes, as entertainers, we love to be out there with the crowd and with the fans, and we want to perform, but you still have to be smart about it, because a lot of serious things that's going on in every city, state, country, continent. All are moving differently, and you don't know once you get there, until you get there.
Of course.
The best, and you touched on something very important, which is music is still going on. It's still evolving. We still can have streams on the streaming platforms. We can still perform virtual if need be. We can still interact with our fans, So that's definitely a great thing. And listening to your music, like I stated before, you definitely have a unique style. So I'm curious, who are some of the artists that you used to look up to or inspire you as an artist?
As I grew up, I was listening a lot to, it's gonna sound funny, so old school, Christina Aguilera and Avril Lavigne, and yeah, I was listening to J-Lo and Shakira and stuff like that. I was listening to all sorts of music. Like, it was all about me. I was listening to metal. I was listening to house, tech, like everything. And because I'm a dancer, I was listening to jazz, I was listening to hip hop. So, but mainly, say Avril Lavigne, Christina Aguilera.
Okay. It's kind of weird you calling it.
I sound nothing like Christina Aguilera. I sound nothing like Avril Lavigne, but
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny hearing you say old school, because I grew up on Christina Aguilera and J-Lo and everybody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, thinking about what year it is, time has definitely been flying, and technically they are starting to be considered old school.
Of course, that's what I said. When I grew up, that's the type of artist I was listening. Nowadays, I mean, again, I listen to whatever is current. I listen old school. Depends on my mood. Like, I think right now, most influencing artists that I listen to, I want to say Young Thug, I want to say DaBaby, Lil Baby, Cardi B. Yeah. I really love Nicki Minaj. I mean, she's pushing out now, but I really love Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, okay. I like it. And it seems like you like the artists that are internationally known, which is pretty relevant with this interview, where they're like crossover artists, when it comes to jumping from a mixture of all the genres and accepted all over the world because you want to grow to being a type of artist like that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm a music fan and I'm so passionate about music. Like, through so many experiences of my life, music, as you said before, it was therapy, and music was always there for me. And I think I want to put my stamp into the music industry, not as a political movement, but like I want to pass a message. And if my message, is successful, then I'm successful. And even if that is in a national level, in a few states in America, or international level, I want to pass a message. And yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about it. It kind of warms my heart to hear that, because a lot of newer artists, and not to downplay them, but I just have to be honest, a lot of them are just doing things because it's fun or for attention, or just because being a music artist nowadays is what's trending. It's what's hot, And to know that you don't just want to make music, but it is therapy for you, and how you really want to touch the lives and stuff is pretty dope. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think music comes with so many things. And I mean, you can actually separate the wannabes with the true artists. I mean, some very good artists and true artists are not on the forefront, are not on the front line. They're usually behind the scenes, and they're the tastemakers or whatever they are. But I believe the artists that come across with with a vision and a mission, they can establish a stronger brand image.
Yeah.
But as you said, not to draw the attention, and not to do it intentionally, but do it instinctively. And so far, I was moving instinctively, and there are certain things that I can talk about. Like, I don't really like going way too political about things. I'm very political aware, and especially because I come from a country that there's war. Like, there was a war a few years ago, and my country is cut in half, and there's Turkish, there's a British base here, it's a mess, and there are fights and stuff like that. So I'm coming from a very strong political place, but I don't really want to be involved in the sense of picking sides, you know what I mean? But I like to state my vision through my business plan, through my actions, through my actions with people, with my people, you know what I mean? And that's how you pass the message, and changing people's lives, and changing people's, I don't know, mentality.
No, absolutely. I totally understand where you're coming from. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And that's why I respect you so much as an artist, because you bring more to the people than just your talent. You're someone who knows what's going on. You're being aware, you're being involved, but at the same time, as an entertainer, you still have a job to do to entertain. But if you can use your platform to help better people, why not?
Yeah, of course. I want to do so many great things for the world, especially for women. I think it's a very, there's no equality between women and men. But yet again, there's so many powers behind all these things. A million voices cannot change the reality, but at least you can raise the awareness. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. So before we're not going to wrap it up. We still got like a good 15 minutes. But I would definitely want to get into your next song, Palm. Okay? Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's have some fun.
Sitting in the photo with Louis head to top, pushing packs, I'm just trying to make money. Hey, if you want, bitch, I don't really care, I'm just trying to get rich, can't stop me. No time for games, I ain't got the time. Fake bitch, move from me. Every day another stock goes on top. Young boss getting money. I've been in and out the zones more time, I'm alone and I'm hardly at home, cause the money keep calling. Don't call me for love, you can call me for gas. 24's on job, no stolen. I was down on the ground, no friends were around when I needed a hand. So I put my all in. Real boss is true, always on the move. I'll draw early in the morning. Haters, you can hate, keep burning. Sitting in a photo with Louis head to toe, pushing packs, I'm just trying to make money. You can hate if you want, bitch, I don't really care, I'm just trying to get rich, can't stop me. No time for games, I ain't got the time. Fake bitch, move from me. Every day another stock goes on top. Young boss getting money. Break it down, hit the roads, money comes, money goes. You want packs, I got loads, pepper chase. I've been in and out the zones. From the back, get it low. I started from the bottom, now the stitches wanna know. I don't play like no, kick back, count figures and backs, let's chat. I'm a different back. Touch me now, that's a red flag. Real boss is true, always on the move. I'll draw early in the morning. Haters, you can hate, keep burning. Sitting in a photo with Louis head to toe, pushing packs, I'm just trying to make money. You can hate if you want, bitch, I don't really care, I'm just trying to get rich, can't stop me. No time for games, I ain't got the time. Fake bitch, move from me. Every day another stock goes on top. Young boss getting money. In my walk, I'm a freak, in my loser, in my walk. When I got that ice cold, candy flows. Dipping on my cash, just a bullshit with me. Bitches getting money.
Okay. All right, getting that money. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what was the concept behind Palm again?
Pardon?
You wrote Palm yourself, or you had a group of writers?
I had the Yaka Boys and myself, so the very last verse is me.
Okay, okay. And since you said this one is not released as of yet, or you haven't?
It is released.
It is released.
It
Okay.
is released it's as a bonus track.
Bonus track. Okay. How many tracks you're actually going to be having on your project?
You mean my next one? 13. I want to say, is it 13 or 14?
Okay, okay.
We'll see if we're going to have that plus one. Yeah, for the moment it's 13.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that you are very gifted, very talented, and what I love most about you is you're very professional. You know,
Thanks.
sometimes that is truly hard to find in an artist, and it's so refreshing, especially as a radio personality. It makes the interviews more fun and easy to go through, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's the upbringing, the team, artist development, I don't know, but I just want to say I appreciate you being the overall package with the look, the professionalism, you know, even the way you sent me like your music and all your information. Like, I tell a lot of artists, you have to be a whole package. You know, you can't just have the look. It's not just about the talent. It's the way you present yourself to catch everyone's attention.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to say thank you about that. And I look forward to definitely working with you, and not just on music, but I'm going to help push your music out there to some of the people that I know, the DJs that I know, the producers that I know. I know a lot of them are listening right now, and can tell they're already going to be contacting me about getting your information. And that's what it's all about for these interviews, right? Is to sell yourself and to sell your music to gain even more fans. You know?
Nice, dope.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that I met you. That I met you. And I can't wait to do a song with you and keep pushing. And thank you for having me to your show.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. And before we go, so we still got a couple more minutes. So when you're not doing music or anything music related, because of course, we can talk about the music all day, but it's on the streaming platforms for people to check out. What do you do in your spare time? What makes you happy outside of music?
Outside music, I like traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting fit and maintaining my body.
Mm-hmm.
For hours. I like going to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I like to spend time with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I don't have a boyfriend right now, but
when you do have one.
So, I like to do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I like good food. I don't like bad taste food. I like good food. I'm very fussy with food.
Yeah? Well, do you cook?
I don't know about you. I don't, but I'm fussy. How is that possible?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine, if you don't cook, but you know what you like to eat. So I definitely understand that for sure. That's the same thing as I may not be a fashion designer, but I know what type of clothes I like. I may not be a comedian, but I know what makes me laugh. So I totally get it. So what about when it comes to friends and stuff? Do you like hanging out with your friends? Are you more of a homebody?
I used to be a big time friends person. Big time. That's because I used to work in nightclubs and these PR nightclubs hosting stuff like that. So I was a big time friends and party girl, big time party girl. When I started working professionally in music and doing all this other stuff after I graduated, I really got distance with many friends. I don't want to say that in a bad way. I think when you're busy and occupied by something that you really want to take into the next level and be serious about it, you got to cut off some people of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now I'm more of a homebody because I have so much work to do. But just the other day I met with my friends.
Yeah.
So, we went to the beach together and it was cool. And one of them is a journalist for a big TV channel in Greece. So it's, yet again, most of my friends are within that circle of entertainment industry and TV industry. So that's interesting,
Yeah. It definitely makes it easier because when I first started doing music, a lot of my friends wasn't into music. I was the only one. And I'm okay, but now, all my friends are DJs. Because when she's in the music world, it takes up so much time that technically the only people you're around is other artists, musicians, DJs, promoters, and stuff. So we became one big happy family.
True.
And now my friends. So it's getting definitely a bonus as an artist, so that's kind of dope. But I remember you mentioned something about one of your goals is to move to the United States. Is that going to be anytime soon? In the next year or so?
Soon. Definitely soon.
Okay.
So we start from there. It's definitely soon. I'm guessing I want to wait until September, October.
Okay. That's the best time of the year.
But if that happens, if anything changed and I arrive in the US before August, that's again cool with me. I'm just trying to set up everything before I fly over there.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a rush. But yeah, I just want it to be good timing. To get there. I think you need some good timing in the music industry,
Absolutely. Well, I get excited. So you know exactly what state you may be moving to?
Pardon?
You know what state you're going to be moving to?
I want to move to Cali, but if not, I might just go to New York. I have some friends there, so it's cool.
Okay. I kind of figured without prejudging, like knowing what she does for a living, learning her personality, I'm like, it's either going to be New York or it's going to be California, because those are the most popular ones out here. But either way, I think it's going to be super awesome. And I know people in both those states that would love to link with you and get some things going for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
I mean, New York was very welcoming when I get there.
Absolutely.
Sure. Very welcoming.
Absolutely. So this is the time where you take a moment to take advantage of the platform and talk to the people. Once again, tell them who you are, where you're from, and what you're working on, and where they can follow you on social media.
Okay. So, hi. I'm Serena Dina. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I just released my band Sold Out. I want you all to go and request it now on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all digital platforms. My social media is It's Serena BH, and that's ITSSERENA BIATCH. I hope you get that. And go follow me, go DM me, ask me questions, and most importantly, download my music. Let me know what's your favorite song, and yeah, we get it cracking.
Absolutely. And which platform do you prefer people to inbox you on? Is it more Facebook or on Instagram?
It could be anywhere. Okay. I'm not very active on Facebook, but you can drop a message on Instagram. Only serious inquiries.
Okay. No, the reason I'm asking is because, some of the DJs and producers are going to be asking me, like, who is she? Where we get her music? How do I get in contact with her? And I want to make sure that they have the proper channels to contact you.
Okay, let's do Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah, let's do Instagram.
Okay, so you actually answer your messages in your DMs?
Yeah. And then from there, I will direct them to my email address.
There we go. Okay. Then that's exactly what I'll make sure they contact you on. Because, being such a, I'm looking at you as an international superstar. But, and being such a beautiful woman, a lot of people would assume that she probably don't even check her messages. So I have to ask ahead of time just in case so they know, but I'm definitely going to give them the information. I appreciate you taking the time out from across the world to be here and have a conversation with me on the T-Quest show. Relatable, informative, yet entertaining. And for all the listeners, you already know how we do if you're not new to the show, but if you are new to the show, for each artist that I do interview, all you have to do is go download that T-Quest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store, and all of their information will be written out for you so you can easily get it to follow them on social media platforms, to go stream their music, because as an artist, streaming is everything. everything for an artist nowadays. Streaming costs you nothing. Go support our music. Once again, I want to thank Serena Dina for being on the T-Quest show. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. And as a tastemaker, I'm going to make sure I get your information out to the people and have they contact you so we can keep you in rotation. And then when you get to the States, we're going to show you nothing but love because you deserve it as a superstar. Okay?
Yes, please. I need love and hugs and kisses.
Absolutely, and that's what we're all about. And your girl T-Quest, you just tuned into the T-Quest show. Until next time, I love each and every one of you.